Hello, lovely people. Long time no see. I know you're probably like, where on earth did you disappear, Ruha? And let's just say that a lot went down, which we'll get into because this is going to be kind of more of a chit chat, kind of frustrated video, because what we're doing is we're putting together our very first furniture piece. Now, let's just say that your girl Ruha is not very dexterous, which means I don't really enjoy, or I'm not very good at using my hands to do physical things and put things together. For example, I think all the way from elementary school, I hated it. I despised arts and crafts. Do you remember those printouts that teachers made you cut up and then glue with those side tabs and put together? Yeah, not my thing. I hated those activities, and thank the Lord they stopped making us do that sometime in high school, I think. But yeah, I'm back to square one where I'm trying to assemble this new desk that I purchased. So let's see how this goes, because while I hate it, I do acknowledge that putting things together with your hands is an important part of life. So we're gonna try to put together our very first furniture piece, and I'm very interested to see how long this takes me. So if you're interested in seeing me fumble and potentially get frustrated and potentially want to throw things against the wall, which won't happen, I'm very good at keeping my cool, but I will probably get frustrated, keep on watching. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest and say that I have no idea where to start. There are a bunch of pieces next to me. I'm not sure if you can see, but a bunch of pieces next to me and a bag full of screws that look all the same, if I'm gonna be honest, except for of course the white ones. But what I do know how to do, and what I do know how to do well, is read instructions. So what we're going to do is go to IKEA's website, because this is an IKEA desk, and we are going to read the instructions first. Let's search up this desk. I think I don't remember what it's called. Trident desk? They have very interesting names, honestly. Who comes up with Trodden? Where does that word even come from? Actually, I'm actually very curious. Trodden, define. To walk, no. Trodden, it's actually a verb. To walk softly. That's interesting. I see the pun there because it's a sit-stand desk, and maybe they want to say that it rises and falls slowly, but seriously, come on. That's too exotic. Why are these pictures so confusing? There's literally just pictures and no instructions from what I'm gathering. Yeah, there's literally just pictures, people. I'm also not a visual person. What does that mean? Here, actually, let me take this tab out and show you. What does that mean? Do you see that? That? What on earth is that? I know that's a screwdriver, but what on earth is that? So we got all the screws. Let's see. We have all of them here. Okay. So let's bag of screws. Take them out. And cry ourselves by seeing so many screws. I don't think I've seen so many screws in my life before. I'm gonna be honest and say, usually the furniture stuff my dad does, or my older sister, Sartasha, but I'm very inclined to learn this. Seriously, I wanna be good at this. But every professional started as a beginner. So I'm ready to fumble my way through this. Okay. Wait, I have more than 8. I'm confused. Did I pick up the right ones? I'm so confused. I have way more than 8. Okay, 1. This is actually very confusing. What are, oh my god, this hurts my brain. This actually hurts my brain. I need words, people. I need words. What is this? Just look at this. Okay, so there's a 1. I think you can see that. Maybe. There's a 1. Okay, so I'm okay, step 1. But then you scroll. And there's another 1. What does that 1 mean? Okay, let's just try to decipher this. There's lots of things going on here. not a task for one arm. Okay, I think this is what I have to do next. And then put 4 screws in. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Please don't fall because you're very heavy and my laptop is very expensive. Okay. Wow, I'm like already out of breath. What's the point of working out if you're out of breath in 5 minutes? Huh? What's the point? Anyways, let's see. So what have I been up to? Honestly, lots of health stuff. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I had a really bad eczema flare-up. And so I'm gonna be honest and say that's the primary reason as to why I stepped away from YouTube. There's a lot going on with the dermatologist, with the chiropractor. Chiropractor's not related to my skin, but just a lot of troubleshooting going on. A lot of, is this gonna work? Is that gonna work? A lot of trial and error. And so honestly, I just did not have the, what's the word? Okay, that's too big. I didn't have the capacity to continue with YouTube. It was just, I was kind of at the end of my rope there, having done it for a few months and kind of suffering through it, and I just wasn't feeling it anymore. And I really just need to focus on my health and understand what's going on. So that's the primary reason why I stepped away. Is that supposed to happen? Definitely not. Yay, okay, first thing we're putting together and it's already giving me problems. Come on. I think I need to lift it. Oh, wow. Okay. That's fabulous because who is gonna be lifting these things up for 5 minutes? You know, I gotta double down on those push-ups because, yeah, this is not an easy journey for me right now. I can't even think. I can't continue my line of thought right now. Okay. Okay, what was I saying? Yes, that's my skin, my eczema was the primary reason why I stopped YouTube temporarily. Okay, I think that's pretty tight. But as for what else is going on, my internship just recently ended. It went very, very well. I'm so happy with that. I'm saying a lot. I don't like that. But I did my internship about 2 weeks ago and that went very, very well. If you don't know what I was doing, I started another internship. I'm not sure if I actually said this on my channel, but I started another internship other than the embedded systems one that I was doing over the summer. So back in October, I started this other internship as a software developer, high-level software development, and I actually built a web application from the ground up for the company. It was honestly a great learning experience because I had never built a web application before. I didn't even know what it looked like. Like, how do you build a web application? What does that even mean? What are the different parts? But now I'm like, okay, I actually know what front end means. I actually know what back end means. I actually know how you hook them up, although I didn't need to do that because of the technology that I was using. How do you talk to a database via the back end? You know, Azure CI, I think that is, the continuous integration, pipelines for deployment, so many things, build pipelines, release pipelines, all that jazz, bicep templates. There was a lot going on. I'll probably make a video on the entire process and everything that I learned, but that was a great experience, honestly, and I had so much fun, especially because the other interns were mainly from my school. I didn't know all of them. I knew a couple of them, and so, you know, we used to go into the office every now and then since the position was work from home, and it was just an awesome time. Honestly, I just really enjoyed it. So I'm glad that went well and went successfully. By the way, the only reason I know how to do this thing is because I saw my dad do this a couple of days ago. Otherwise, I kid you not, right now, I would be contemplating how on earth to make this go in a circle with the ground in the way. I'm not even joking. You might be like, oh my God, Ruha, you're going into your final year of electrical engineering and you were gonna be contemplating that? And you know what? Yes, I was gonna be contemplating that because honestly, I haven't done this before. And so blessed that I saw my dad do this. So now I know that you just do it 180 degrees, you take it out and you do it again. So let's take 4 and let's go to the other side. I'm gonna get this done and then I will be back. Okay, that's all done. And I just realized what I have to do next. These are actually not bad. The instructions are not terrible once you get used to them. I'll admit to that. Although I would still prefer words, please, words. But you know what? Fine, I can make do. Okay, another trip to the garage, and I found 2 screwdrivers after looking through 3 different toolboxes. Like, why do you need so many tools? Why are there so many tools, you know? Why can't we standardize the screw type? Like, why do we need so many different screws? I just don't understand. This reminds me of the issue with all the different ports on laptops. I know Apple tried to go just USB-C, and then I think they brought back a couple of ports, but like, I totally understand why they did that now. Like, why do we need so many screws, and why am I using legs so much? Do you want to see me struggle? Get ready for it. Yeah. Ugh. And my wrist is also not the best right now. For those of you who are new, and I honestly don't know if I've ever said this on my channel, but my wrist is kind of messed up right now. It's been going on for 2 years, but I can't bend it back or put any weight on it. So I've started going back to physio for it, and my new physiotherapist is actually very good. So I'm very hopeful that I'll be able to find a solution to this eventually. But that's why I don't like doing a lot with my right hand like I am right now, and this is impossible to thread. Okay, so my dad came to the rescue, and it was those 4 additional screws that I had no idea why I had them. I guess the model number has changed, and I need to learn how to not follow instructions to the T because I was getting so confused. I didn't have the screw that I was telling you to use, and I was like, what is going on? Anyways, Dad helped me out, so now we're putting on these top things. Okay, that one's good already. My dad was like, let me just make sure that it fits so you don't get stuck again. Aren't dads just the best? Anyways, okay, so that's all G. I'm now taking a couple of spring courses before another short internship that I have at the end of summer. And my God, why is it so difficult to go back to school after working? Like, it is so difficult. Oh my God, I cannot. After having a set routine and, you know, working and then having the evening to myself and the weekends to myself, going back to the lifestyle of 24/7, you're working, eating, or sleeping, it's kind of brutal, honestly. Not enjoying it, and I'm very, very ready to finish my final year. Very, very much ready. I think so. Oh. Actually?
ये should not, बेटा thread खराब हो जाते हैं इससे. राइट हैंड से करती हैं.
तो मैं कैसे लेफ्ट हैंड नीचे करूँ?
ये हाथ इधर कर ले. इसके लिए क्रेन मंगवानी पड़ेगी.
पापा stop.
हाँ. कितना हाथ ऊपर नीचे करना है तो उसके लिए क्रेन मंगवाए. चल जल्दी कर.
Alright y'all, as you saw, my dad hijacked my video and he was like, you're not doing that right, you're not doing this right, this is how you do it, and he taught me a lot. So I think it's around, what time is it? Let's see. It is 3:05. So your girl here started at 1 p.m. I think, so we successfully finished in 2 hours. And I feel actually very elated, I would say. I feel very proud of myself for putting this together. Like, we have a desk put together. Oh. Yes, our desk is together. I cannot believe I put this actually together with my hands because I hate doing this stuff, and I'm gonna be honest and say I hated the process. I hated doing this, but at least I know a little bit more about how to put furniture together, and if I need to do it, I know how to do it. So with that said, I hope you had fun watching me fumble about and low-key get frustrated about why the screws won't work and why I can't find certain screws and why there are so many screws. So I hope you had a good time, and with that, until next time.